everyone, and welcome to Love Talk. My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am your host for the evening. Y'all, Love Talk is a platform that I created to shine light on kings and queens with a vision, a purpose, and a plan worldwide. Love Talk, my hopes for Love Talk are to uplift, to inspire, to relate, and to educate. Y'all, I want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. Tonight on Love Talk, I am keeping the comments on because I want y'all to be fully engaged. If y'all have any questions, y'all type them in the comments, and I want y'all to just interact with us. So, Love Talk this week is sponsored by Paris Hatcher Collection. Paris created this prayer journal where she encourages everyone to write down their prayers and watch them manifest. Paris has been journaling her prayers for over a decade now, and she literally is able to go back to what she wrote and see how those prayers manifested. So y'all check out Paris Hatcher at Paris Hatcher on Instagram. She sponsored Love Talk this week. So joining us tonight on Love Talk is Fleming, who is a car salesman. Let's add him on now. Hello, welcome to Love Talk.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Without a doubt, I just want to say thank you for just being a guest here on Love Talk. I am so excited. I know that my viewers are going to get a lot. They're going to learn a lot, and I'm going to learn a lot. So
Most
tell
definitely.
everybody where you're tuning in from.
My home. I just got off of work, and I usually have my little office set up at home to where I'm taking care of business. Anybody calling me late hours, I'm able to answer any questions. So yeah, I stepped out of the office to do this interview. It's kind of noisy.
Yeah. So what city and state?
Harvey, Louisiana, 70058, baby.
Yes, stand up. So income tax season is approaching, and
Yep.
this is a time of year that we all are waiting for. And a lot of people, they get their money and they go buy a lemon, and then in 2 months they like, I didn't spend my money on this, and now I don't have a car. So I want us to do the right thing this year, and I have you on here so that you can give us some insight on purchasing a vehicle.
Most
So,
definitely.
and I want to, I've honestly never purchased a vehicle off the lot before. So
Okay.
I want you to give us some insight on a level to where we will all understand.
Most definitely.
So can you in details explain to us the first steps of purchasing a vehicle?
First steps is knowing what you want. You know, before you get on the lot, just have an idea of what you want, because a lot of buyers, they come on the lot and they get excited about a lot of cars that they see, and that makes you, just make an emotional buy, which is never a good thing, because after you make that buy, after you settle with the car note because you made an emotional decision, then you'll have buyer's remorse. You'll go home, man, I really have a $600-700 car note, so just knowing what you want before you get on the lot, knowing your budget and staying strict to your budget. And once you see what you want, it's the salesman's job to try to lift you from your budget. That's how we keep our commission. And really, sometimes you have to go past your budget, and sometimes you could be strict on it, but we'll get into that, a little later.
Yes, and I like what you said about the budget, because a lot of times first off, we don't have a budget. And second of all, we trying to keep up with the Joneses, and we get this vehicle or whatever, and then we like you said, the $700 car note, how am I going to pay that? So a budget is very, very, very important. I like that you
Most definitely.
said that. Yes. And on Instagram, they always have, and Facebook and everything, they always have debates. And one debate that I saw, it said you can get $100,000 or you can get an 850 credit score. And for me, I would rather the 850 credit score because you can do so much more with good credit. So what role does credit play when buying a vehicle?
Man, it plays a huge role, because first, and I have to agree with you before I answer that, I would take that 850 credit score and not just ask somebody that without knowing the debate. I was talking to someone and I told him you could get this, someone could give you $50,000 or $100,000, or would you take this 800 credit score? And well, she was smart enough to say, I'll take that 800 credit score. I wish you would, because like you said, there's so many other things you could do with that 800 credit score. And people think money is everything. It's really not. That $100,000 it's going to last you a couple of years. If you're a hustler, it's going to last you more than a couple of years. But if you're just a spender and don't have that same income coming into your home, it's going to go fast. So with a good average credit score, it's all about interest rates when you buying the car, and it's simple math. You look at, say your budget is $20,000. Now you want to be at $20,000 out the door. That's after tax, titles, license, no hidden fees, nothing. You're at $20,000. So just do the math on $20,000 on the term that you want to go. Some people want to go, and it's common to go 72 months. So $20,000 divided by 72 months. That's your car note. But that's before interest. That's before credit. And that's where it come in at. You come with an 800 credit score, you could demand certain things. You're not going to take no high interest rate. Most of us, we want to be at we looking at a $40,000 car, but we want to be at $350 a month. And I tell people all the time, if you can make it make sense, I promise I'll give you this car, because it's not going to make sense. So how about we just lower the budget? We have to, it's all about, with customers, we have to make it make sense also. But with credit, it plays a major part for as your interest rate, how your term, it just plays a major part.
And you kind of answered my next question leading into monthly car notes. Okay, let's just say I want this $30,000 car, but I don't want to pay over $400 a month for a note. So what determines the monthly cost of your note?
So it's going to be a 72-month term. So you just want to, like I said, you just want to divide that by 72. And if you want to pay no more than $400, it's my job to, show you the right car or what car you should be on. And if you don't want to go over 400, then, it's hard to say in the car business. And I never leave people out like this, but I feel like on your show, I could keep it real. It's hard to say, but it's like, okay, if you don't want to go over your budget for what you really want, I can't help you. But if you want to stay at that budget and I can get you something that you could work on to get what you really want, then I can help you. Then you'll be winning. But it's almost impossible to get those demands,
And you have to have that good credit, because like you said, if you have that good credit, you can go and demand things. So y'all make sure y'all credit is good. And for to get a vehicle, you have to get approved. And let's be honest, a lot of people don't get approved. So when it comes to the approval, the whole approval process, how long does it usually take to see if you're going to get approved or denied?
And that's another thing I should have said. It depends on your credit. If you have good credit, you're not worrying about, you're going to get approved. You're going to get approved. And now we have to work. We have to play ball at your territory. But if you have challenging credit, which, most people do, and it's not a bad thing. I want to tell people having challenging credit is not a bad thing, because credit is something you can always fix. Credit is something you can always fix. So if you take time out, and I tell people all the time, we spend money on miscellaneous things every month. Take time out, put it towards, your credit line, and then you could come in and having those same demands.
And what determines if somebody has to get a cosigner or not?
Your credit score. So it's either credit or money. So let's say I'm gonna just use a credit range between, because your credit, the lowest you could go is 300, and they have something called zero. If you have a zero credit, we call that a ghost. That's because you just have no credit. So you have a good opportunity of someone giving you a chance. So it goes from 300 all the way up. The highest is 850. So if you need a cosigner, you're probably on too much car and you don't want to lower your budget. So I want this $30,000 car, but they're only giving me 25 or 20,000. Well, do you have a cosigner that could take care of some of that equity? Because the banks, what people don't understand about credit, and I hope they teach this in school, what people don't understand about credit is that it's just like trust. If I ask you for $20 and you say, here you go, then I come back and ask you for $40, you ain't never paid me my $20. So what makes you think I'm gonna give you $40? But I guarantee you. And if I come and ask you for $20 And if I give it to you when I say I'm gonna have it, you will not have a problem giving me another $40.
Right.
You know, because you know he built trust. It's all about trust. You know, so when you go asking these banks for 25,000 or 30,000, but you have a repo, you have a light bill that you didn't pay off, you know, they gonna be kind of skeptical. He didn't pay his $200 light bill, but he asked me for $25,000. Those are some of the things we got to take care of to avoid asking for a cosigner. But if you have challenging credit, it's that you don't have enough money down, you know, for positive equity to show the banks. Just take care of your tax title license. And if you don't have that, then I would say, okay, get a cosigner that have strong enough credit to where we don't have to ask for a cosigner.
Yes. And y'all, no question is a dumb question. And
At
explain
all.
to somebody who doesn't know, what is a cosigner?
A cosigner is someone that's going to go on the loan with you. And they can help you. You could cosign for anything, not just a car. You could cosign for a house. You could cosign for jewelry. That's basically, if you're not taking care of your responsibility, it falls based on that person. And also, that's one of the cons about it. One of the pros about it is that if you're taking care of your business, if both of y'all is on that car and they love you and they trust you, they love you and they trust you to make your payments on time, and you're going to help their credit. Their credit is going to rise also. But if you're not taking care of your business, I've seen people fall out behind that because it affects their credit score. You know, so asking people for a cosigner, that's someone to go on the loan, which typically people ask their, you know, their better halves, they ask their moms, their pops, or somebody that really trusts them a lot, their best friend. And you just have to make sure you return that favor by taking care of your business. Because if you don't take care of your business, it's going to affect them in a major way.
Definitely. It really, really is. And buying a vehicle can sometimes be a long process. Like I said, I have never bought a vehicle off the lot, but I've heard that it can be a long process and costs can really add up quick. So what are some ways to save money and time when buying a vehicle?
So let's talk about saving time first. To save time, you just have to know what you want. And it's up to your salesman also, because we have a saying, time kills deals. You know, if you're taking too much time, it kills the deal. And that's why I say you're winning if you're shopping with Fleming. Because a little background, before I started selling cars, I was in the service industry. I was serving for 11 years at a variety of restaurants. My last job was at Bourbon House Restaurant. So I come with that hospitality mindset where I don't like people to wait. It's like waiting on your food. I don't like you to wait on your food. If I have to go back there and tell a kitchen a whole, you know, that's what I'm going to do. And I put that same mindset into selling cars. I don't want you in the dealership long. They have different levels to where your car salesman is supposed to know, you know, and I'm here to teach you. If your car salesman not doing that, then you ask them to do it. So one of the process of walking you through, just like briefly, come and get a car from me. Say you call me and you tell me you need a car. What I like to do before you get to the dealership is just get some information. Nothing to do with credit, nothing to do with nothing. I need your name, I need your address, you know, where the car, I need your address because I need to know where the car is going to be registered. And I also need to know your taxes. Most of our taxes in Louisiana is 9.2%. You know, so those are things I need to know before you come in the dealership, because it could save us a whole lot of time. I need to know what kind of car you're looking at. You might say, Fleming, I want an Altima. Okay, what color you interested in? A light color. A salesman never want to ask a specific color, like what color is you interested in, because they might say yellow, and it might be their favorite color, and you might don't have yellow. So I typically ask, you want a light or dark color vehicle? And they'll tell me a light color. So by the time you make it, and I'll have everything set up. I'll have you in my system already. I'll have a car pulled up for you. So all I have to do is do my $1 million presentation on this vehicle, and I have your test drive, and then from there, I just show you numbers, and it's that quick. Now, a part that could take long is trying to get you approved if you have challenging credit. If you don't have challenging credit, then getting you approved is going to be like that, because banks is going to be all over it. So a way on, you know, the consumer side to save time by coming into the dealership. It's just knowing what they want. At least have an idea of what you want. And you always want to have these things with you. You want to have, we call it POI, that's proof of income. We call it POR, that's proof of residence. And proof of residence, usually people have their bank statements, have the address on their bank statements. So just bring your bank statements in. Bring your bank statements, bring provable income. If it's check stub, if it's award letters from, you know, Social Security or anything, just bring that with you because we're going to ask for it.
And typically, how many check stubs do y'all need?
I just need your last two, you know. And I say your last two, but I could use your last one, but I always keep two just for a backup. So we don't go by your gross or your net. We don't go by that. We go by your YTD. We go by your year to date. So we look at your year to date, and you tell me, okay, Rob, been on my job for a year. And let's say we was in December, since it's a new year. Let's say we was in December, I've been on my job for a year. So I'm going to take your year to date, whichever that might be, and I'm going to divide that by 12. And that's how much you make a month.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So if we come in with those, well, we prepare before, then that can save us a lot of time, right?
A lot of time, because let me tell you what happened. People come in the dealership, and I ask them, well, do you have proof of income? Do you have check stubs? I could go run home and get it, or let me see if I could put it up online. They going through their phone and they calling their managers. Well, could you give me, you know, check stubs? You'll spend 20-30 minutes trying to do that. I need proof of residence. Well, I could go to the bank and I could see, you don't know how long the line will be at the bank, or I could go run home. I might have a light bill in my name. I might have to look for it. But just imagine if you just come with those things ready. You just come, you know, you just all the way set. That would be my dream. That's not my that would be like just lovely. And I'll tell you, I applaud you for that, because those are things I am gonna ask you for. And I want to say, even if you're self-employed, now I want y'all to listen to this. If you're self-employed, don't just take your cash and spend it. If you're self-employed, you could prove your income by taking your money. Let's say you're a licensed cosmetologist. Like my fiance, she does hair. She's licensed.
Shout out to you, Tay.
Shout out, babe. I love you. And say, I used to tell her, like, the money that you make, all the cash that you make, go deposit it into your account. Because they're going to see consistent money going, and they ask you, do you want to write a subject on your money? Yes, this is from doing hair. So you could show them that you have money coming into, and then I look at your bank statements and I see all your transactions. That's proof of income.
Oh, wow, that's something new to me. Thank you for that. I hope y'all got that too. And
No
I like what you were saying, going back to the credit. I like how you call it challenging credit and not bad credit. I like that.
I never want to offend nobody by saying bad credit, you know.
Because you can fix it.
Right.
Yes, like you said, you can. That's the good thing about credit. If it's challenging, you can fix it. And in 2019, you sold 125 cars. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
And you finished number 8 in a district. Congratulations. That is absolutely amazing. So you dealing with a lot of people selling all of those cars. What is the common mistake that you see a lot of people make that you can tell us about so that we can avoid that mistake?
Just making emotional decisions. And we're human, you know, and we make emotional decisions every day. You go into a dealership, and from not knowing what you want, you might go, you just walk on our lot, and they have many of appealing cars. Like, you could just choose out any one, but then I show you, it's a salesman job to do this. I show you the most expensive car, which don't make no sense to other salesmen, but I'll touch on that. And I make you fall in love with it. I make you fall in love with that vehicle, and that just have you. That's a big mistake, you know. But if you go in there, you know what you want, you know the features, you know the bells and the whistles that you want. It's hard for a salesman to try to sell you anything, you know, because you know what you want and you know your budget. So the biggest mistake is I see people come in and they just make emotional decisions. Another thing, like you said earlier, keeping up with the Joneses. If you have a perfectly running vehicle, let's say, and everything I say is going to be example, so don't quote me on it. Say you have a 2016 Nissan, any type of model, but you have a 2016 Nissan. You have low mileage on it. That car don't give you no problems. You're going to trade it in for, you have a perfectly fine vehicle, and you're going to trade it in for another perfectly fine vehicle. You know, if you got it like that, I'll say do it, but you could save money by not, you know, jumping into, because right now your car notes are $400, but since you want another car that's, you know, 3 years newer, now you're going to spend $550, $600. Like I said, if you got it like that, then do it. But when y'all get these cars, I want to say something about credit. When y'all get these car notes, please pay your car note on time. That's very important. If you ever get a car note, y'all pay y'all car notes on time, because people say you could raise your credit by getting a $300 credit card, and, you know, just paying on your credit card. That's true. But when you come and look for a $25,000, $30,000 car, then the banks look at that. They don't want to see that you was paying on the $300 credit card. You was paying the minimum just to raise your credit. They're going to ask themselves, have this person ever financed a $20,000 car? Have this person ever financed a $35,000 car? Because, you know, if you haven't, it's going to be hard trying to get you approved unless you have, you know, the credit. But everything is credit. I could look at your credit score. Your credit score might be a 550, but you paid on your car note for 2 years straight. Perfect. You never had a missed payment. And there's other things that could be messing up your credit. Student loans, a credit card. So they don't go by that. They mostly go by, okay, this person have a 550 credit score, but let's look at their car history. Okay, they did finance a $25,000. They're financing a $25,000 car right now, and they paid perfect on it for 2 years. I don't mind giving this person what he want, a $40,000 car, so we could give him 15 more thousand, because we believe that he's going to pay on it, you know, just how he paid on this $25,000 one.
Yes, and we keep reverting back to credit, and I just want to encourage the viewers watching, if y'all have challenging credit, it is okay, because like he said earlier, the good thing about credit is that you can fix it. It's fixable. So y'all make those steps to get that credit together.
Please.
Yes, get that credit, to that challenging credit together. So what is some advice that you can give to somebody so that they don't make those mistakes, those common mistakes?
So like you said, just fix your credit, because it's all about your APR. It's all about your interest rate. So if you could come and get a 3-4% interest rate, you're really winning. But if you have a
wait, let me stop you right there. I want you to elaborate on what is an interest rate.
So your interest rate it's like a daily interest. The interest rate is what the banks charge you. So let's say, back to the $20 I got from you, Ann. Let's say you give me $20. You be like, okay, I'll give you $20, but you're gonna have to give me 15 more on top of this 20 for me giving you this 20. So you're charging me interest. So basically, if they're giving you 25,000, you dictate your own interest rate based off your credit. So if they give you 25,000, they might say, okay, we'll give you 25,000, but you have to give us 15,000 back. You know, that would be your interest rate. So where people go, and that's why people fight for low interest rate, because they have such things as 0% interest, but you got to have strong enough credit to get 0% interest. So if you get 0% interest, that means you're just paying the 25,000 back. You're not paying no other fees. You know, I remember, man, my first car that I got off the lot, I was like 20 years old. And if I knew what I knew now, I'll go back and change things, you know. But I was like 20 years old. I had got like a Suzuki Ariel, and I wanted anything. I just wanted a car. And I put my money down, and my interest rate was like 19%. And I didn't know anything about it. I'm sorry, I'm back now.
Yeah, you
I
back.
probably should put my phone on airplane mode. But but my interest rate was like 19%. And I didn't know nothing about it. You know, you just go and pay, you just go and pay. But what happens is you're paying you 25,000
Mm-hmm.
on top of another 25,000. You know, so you want to get the lowest interest rate as possible. And the only way you could do that is with credit or a substantial amount of money down.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I was going through your page, and when you sell your cars to your clients, they take a picture with this sign that says Ray Brandt, we make it easy.
We
So
make it
how does
easy.
Ray Brandt make it easy?
We make it easy. So our thing is, you know, spending less time, you know, not having, because people, they get emotional, they get tired, okay, they get hungry in the dealership. Your salesman, you have some, I'm gonna speak on me. Another way you can save time in the dealership is eat before you get there, you know, because you'll be irritated. You might be sitting there 2 3 hours, and then you're gonna rush your decision all because if you're hungry. I don't need to go run and get something to eat. I don't even want to go through with the process no more because I'm so hungry. I'm so tired, you know. But we have snacks, we have coffee machines, we have drinks, um, we have, you know, comfortable chairs, and we deal with banks. We When you selling the car and when you setting up selling the car, everything is a process. And I tell people this is a chess move.
Mm-hmm.
Before I submit, I don't do any credit. Credit is too sensitive, you know, at the first beginning of the process. So we make it easy by, you know, having everything ready. Like I said, when you come in, I'm gonna have the card pulled up for you already. I'm gonna have your VIP tag in there already. When you come in and you have anything to drink, or you're thirsty, you're hungry, we have snacks back there. We have drinks back there. We have a Starbucks coffee machine. I could barista a hot cocoa for you if it's cold outside. Anything you need. And when they come to doing paperwork, um, we just move very fluently, you know, to get the customer in and out.
And
So
y'all really make it easy.
and we
Yes.
make it
So
easy for you.
yes. So for anybody interested or who's about to buy a new car, how can they get in contact with you?
So my business page is Fleming underscore Hustleman underscore Clark. So that's FLEMING underscore Hustleman underscore Clark. And I don't call myself Hustleman, you know, because you know you could get over on people know, but I hustle every day. You can ask my family, you can ask my coworkers. I work 6 days out the week. I'm supposed to be off on Tuesday, but if you call me and you tell me you need a deal done, I'm coming in on Tuesday. I'm going into the office and I'm gonna work for you. My phone number is 504-909-4208. That's 504-909-4208. And I work at the dealership Ray Brandt Nissan. That's 4000 Lapelco Boulevard, Harvey, Louisiana, 70058.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit him up. And what you're saying is you're winning if you're shopping with Fleming.
I'm about to tell you, like a
Yes.
dog, you winning.
Yes. So my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. I literally say this all day and I encourage it to everyone. So what is a philosophy that you live on and stand by?
I have a couple of them, man, but one of them, I would say one of my models would be, you know, death before dishonor, you know, and it might be, you know, probably off the subject, but I love by that death before dishonor. I love what our ancestors did for us. I love, you know, everything about our culture. I love everything about our community. And, you know, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have to stand for something. You like you said, what your motto is and what my motto is, we have to stand by that because then we'll fall for anything anybody telling us. You know, so that would be one of my mottos. You know, death before dishonor.
Death before tonight. Yes, I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I just want to thank you so much for being a guest here on Love Talk. To
Oh,
the
thank
viewers, if
you.
y'all have anything to say, y'all type them in the comments. So at this time, I just want to open up the floor to you to say whatever it is that is on your heart.
So it's not about always just selling a car. When I say you winning when you shopping with Fleming, it's a multiple of things, man. I really want to see, especially, our people, I really want to see us with good credit because it is, breaking that generational curse because we don't learn about this in school as we was younger. They didn't teach us about it. And I don't know about y'all parents, but our parents really didn't touch much on the topic. They didn't leave nothing behind for us. So I want everybody to get their credit right because even if you don't have no money, and if your credit right, you have a lot of money. You could do a lot of things. So it's selling the car is not just about the biggest commission. No, because while they over there trying to sell one car to make big commission, I'll give up my gross. I'll give up my commission. They have other ways I can make money at the dealership. And so it's really about just helping you. And you can ask any of my people with challenging credit that got a car from me. I let them know, man, please pay your car notes on time because that's going to play a big part in your future. Yes, it's going to help your credit. It's more than just selling the car. This is going to help you credit this. And we emphasize credit so much because when you go to get that house, you're going to need, some decent credit. When you go to get another car, you're going to need some decent credit. If you move, let's say you move into a new house and you don't have all the cash up front to get all your furniture or to get your appliances. You go to Home Depot and you have some decent credit, they don't mind giving you $10,000 credit card spending limit so you could get some of the things for your house. So credit is important in a lot of ways. And my thing is, in the car business, keep as much money of yours in your pocket and use as much of the bank money as you can. So when y'all get your income tax, y'all get $6,000-$7,000. Please don't go and tell the people I got $6,000 on the car. I got $7,000 on the car. No, you could use a lot of that money and you could keep it in your pocket. Tell them you could cover your tax, titles, and license. So if you're looking at a $20,000 vehicle, your taxes on that is probably going to be around $1,800 to $2,000. That's all you have, and let them know that's all you have, and fight for the price. And I'm gonna share this with y'all, and I wouldn't share this with no regular customer. But anybody tuned into this, live, or anybody that's going to watch this video, they have a sticker price, that's your MSRP. That's the sticker that you see on the vehicles. They're going to have that price on there. And then they have your internet price. And in this generation, I heard, I only been selling cars for a short period of time, versus people who've been doing it way longer than me. So back in the days, we didn't have internet, or we couldn't go on the website and see how much the car really is. Now you have those tools to do that. Get on your phone, get on your laptop, and before you go to a dealership, look at the prices that's online, because your online price is always going to be cheaper than the MSRP. So if my MSRP is $25,000, your online price might be $20,000, and they're going to show you your savings. So when you come in and you be like, well, Fleming, I seen this price on the internet, 20,000. Okay, I have to go by that. I have to buy that because you seen it. That's your savings. And how we keep our commission is selling you on full sticker price. And like I said, I wouldn't tell everybody that, but I'm telling people that. So that's a way. I never answered the question, the way of saving money. That's the way you save money at any dealership, because your internet price is going to be your most aggressive price. And so if you go in and you see the sticker price and it's $27,000, and you don't tell them nothing about the internet price, they're going to sell you that car for $27,000. They're not going to be as nice as me and be like, oh, well, you could get this car way cheaper. No, because that's their money that they're losing.
So if you tell them, okay, look, the price online is this, they have to honor that?
They have to honor that. They have
now, okay, I have another question. What if the price at another dealership, they got a cheaper price? Can y'all honor that one?
So the good thing about my dealership, I never was in that situation, because the good thing about any Ray Brand store, our internet price is the most aggressive price. We beating anybody else dealership, and we usually take the losses that other dealerships not going to take, in confidence that we're going to gain that money back of you using our service department. You're referring people to us.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody coming, man, Fleming took good care of me. Who is Fleming? Because I need a car. They're gonna come see me. Or you might be like, Fleming took good care of me. You should go see him to put you in the car. You know, so we have to honor that price. And if another, we so competitive to answer your question. If another dealership do have a lower price, we're gonna try to beat that price to earn your business.
So do your research. That's what you're basically telling us to do
Do
our
your
research.
research. Do your research before you go buy. Because let me tell you, if you just go in there and you just no research, you don't know what you want. Oh, that's bait. We pray on that. You know. Okay, well, let me show you this. Me, like I said, everything is a chess move. When you go to buy a vehicle, I have to know you. They have pre-qualifying questions that you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever? So if you come and buy a vehicle, I want this $30,000 vehicle. Okay, that's fine. Let's sit down. You know, talk a little bit, because before I'm a salesman, I'm a sales consultant, and I'm here to make you buy, make you, you know, give you advice so you can make, so you could, what I'm trying to say, make the best buying decision that's affordable for you.
Okay.
So before you say you want, you know, you want that $30,000 vehicle, cool. I'm asking questions like, what kind of car do you drive now? What year is your car? How many miles you have on your car? How much was that car when you bought it? You know, and then you're gonna say, well, that car was $35,000. So that answered the question. Okay, you did finance a $30,000 car before. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Let's go ahead and look at it. But for somebody that, if somebody come in and they never financed the car before, it's my job to give you advice. But look, how about you start off small and then go big? Sometimes you deal with attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people, you know, they take your advice. You know, so that's the way you could save time and money. Just do your research before, you know, you go through all that.
And look what somebody said. Hi, Mr. Fleming. Please also mention every $1,000 only take off 10% on your payment. Don't give all your cash always. So it worth having good credit. Build it up.
And like I said, my whole thing is keep as much money in your pockets as you can and use as much of the bank money, because they're right. Every $1,000 you put down, it's just $20 off your car note. Okay. So yeah, you want to put $2,000 down, but that's knocking $40 off your car note, you know. And also, we have so much to talk about, and because if someone's trading in the vehicle, a lot of people don't know how this works. If you have a balance on that vehicle, you bought that vehicle when it was $20,000, you
Mm-hmm.
paid it down. Now, when you pay on your vehicle, you're paying on your interest first. The banks want their money first. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so if you have a high interest rate and your car was 15,000 and your interest rate is 13%, so you're looking at, you know, $7,000 that you paying, $7,000 that you're paying the interest. You're paying on your interest more than you're paying on your car note. So that's why you be like, hey, I didn't pay $7,000 on my note, and I got my car for 15,000, but it's showing that I still owe 13,000. That's because you was paying on that interest. The
On the
banks,
interest.
the banks always want their money first, and then once you get your interest knocked down, then you'll be paying towards your principal. So
Mm.
if you have a car and you bought it at $20,000, and now you have to pay $15,000 left on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm writing this down. I'm doing the math. You have $15,000 left to pay on it. When you come to trade in your vehicle, your car depreciates every time that door opens and closes. So when you come to trade in your vehicle most of the times is not going to be worth the $15,000. It's going
Mm-hmm.
to, let's say it's worth $10,000. So that $10,000, okay, now you still have $5,000, and it's called negative equity. You
Mm-hmm.
still have so you owe 15,000, and I'm only giving you 10,000 for it. You still have $5,000 that's unaccounted for. So with
Mm-hmm.
that $5,000, what it's going to do is be tagged on to your new vehicle. You know, they have something called rebates. Rebates is it come on each car. You know, we do something called a VIN zip. So what we'll do, we'll take the VIN number of the car and we'll take your zip code, and then that determine how much savings that you have in your area on this particular vehicle. So let's say your rebate is $2,000. So 2,000 minus that $5,000 of negative equity, you still have $3,000 that you're tagging on to the next vehicle. So that's why it's good to put money down to get out that negative equity, to show the banks that you're bringing some type of positive to the table. And then they'll have, more chances of doing the loan. But it's kind of difficult going in there. This is the type of stuff I deal with on a daily basis, and I have no problem dealing with it because I love a challenge. I'm a competitor, so if you have customers that come in, I want to be at $200 a month, and they're looking at this expensive car, and not to be harsh, but they don't know no better, and that's why I'm there to help you understand how the process works. But you want to bring something to the table. If you have challenging credit, at least cover your tax, titles, and license. And if you cover that, you'll get approved. You'll get approved anywhere. Hopefully you come, and shop with me, all y'all that's listening. But you'll definitely get approved anywhere if you're covering your tax, titles, and license. But them people want to see your income. Don't come with no fake check stubs. We can smell that from a mile away. You'll be surprised how many people come in there trying to use fake check stubs, and then you're just making a bad on yourself because everybody's going to question you. Nobody's going to want to do a deal with you. No bank. Dealerships, they don't know. They don't know that you went to different dealerships with fake check stubs, but the banks, like I said, we all use the same banks. We have around 20 banks. All of us use the same banks. And also, I could talk all day. You should never interview me. But,
wait, I have another question. I am currently bought my car from Ray Bryant. After I'm paying on the car, will I own the car or will it be hidden fees after the payment?
No. That's all you. After you get done, after you knock your balance down to zero, they will send you your titles. Make sure you get your titles. And that when you have your titles, that means you don't have no negative equity. You have a $0 balance. This car is yours. So I wouldn't trade that car in after that because you took all that time to pay that car off just to trade it in and get another car that you're going to have to pay on. So keep the car that you paid off. Keep that car. You might want to give it to somebody. You might could sell it for more than you'll get for it on the street. Keep that car. And if you are interested in another car, keep that car and just come get another car.
Now, I just want to do a brief recap before we end the live. The main things that I got from this live is 1, do your research. Do your research. Number 2 is make sure your credit is right. And if you do have challenging credit, y'all can work with it. Make sure work on making having good credit. Let me see. That's what somebody said that's what I'm gonna do. So tell everybody where they can reach you again.
You can reach me at Fleming, that's FLEMING _Hustleman _Clark, CLARK. My phone number is 504-909-4208. And even if you don't, you're not interested in buying right now, like I said before, I'm a salesman. I'm a sales consultant. And trust me, I like to give people this knowledge. I like to drop jewels on people so they can make a better buying decision for their future, for their families. So 504-909-4208. And I work at Ray Bryant Nissan. And I'm not going nowhere. I'm one of the top salesmen over there. They love me. I love them. I love what I do. So I'm at Ray Bryant Nissan. That's 4000 Lapelco Boulevard, Harvey, Louisiana, 70058.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit him up You're winning if you're shopping with Fleming. So
Tell
y'all
them
hit
again.
him up. Yes, he gave y'all his number, his Instagram, and where he's actually located. This was an awesome, awesome love talk. I hope y'all got as much knowledge as I got. Like I said, I have never bought a car off the lot yet. But guess what? I'm going to make sure I do my research, and I'm working on my credit. So I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for being a guest here on Love Talk. We're going to have to definitely do this again because
I'm
you
honored.
definitely know what you're talking about, and I learned a lot. So
Thank
thank
you.
y'all for tuning in. Let me see. Love Talk, your goal is good. Natural Beauty. Thanks again for the live, sister girl. Great interview. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure that y'all keep up with Love Talk. Once again, Love Talk tonight, this week, was sponsored by, I don't know if y'all can see it, by Paris Hatcher. She created the prayer journals. She encouraged us to write down our prayers and watch them manifest. So y'all check out Paris Hatcher at Paris Hatcher on Instagram. Thank you so much for being a guest on Love Talk. Thank y'all for tuning in. You're so welcome. Y'all be bold. Y'all be beautiful. Y'all be you. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.